As leader of the Labour Party and now as a backbench MP, I've talked about the need for firms to do right by their customers and play by the rules. Now, Bright House have 300 stores across the country, often in the poorest areas. One of them is in Doncaster, in my constituency. I'm concerned that Bright House are taking advantage of people on benefits and working on low incomes. But in the course of our investigation, I've been really shocked to find that Bright House are selling to people with mental health problems and learning disabilities. Paul, not his real name, he asked us to hide his identity. He has learning difficulties and mental health problems. You're a customer of Bright House.
Yeah.
And do you want to just tell me what on the receipt, sort of, what you're owing to them and what goods you've got with them?
That's that.
It's a sofa.
Yeah.
Telly.
CD.
CD. So you've got on this receipt 5 items. How have you ended up with that number of items, do you think? Is it, you must have started off with one.
I think
maybe.
I must have started paying off one. I don't know how it worked, really. I don't know. It's
a cold day, isn't it? Bright House denies exploiting consumers in vulnerable circumstances or selling items to people who clearly cannot afford them, and says they have sufficient policies and procedures in place to prevent these practices from happening. The Financial Conduct Authority, the body that regulates the rent-to-own sector, told us if companies have reason to believe that a customer has a learning disability, they must take reasonable steps to assist the customer to make an informed decision. If they believe the customer isn't able to understand the nature of the agreement, then the firm needs to make an assessment about whether it is appropriate to lend. But I don't think that's clear enough, and the guidelines need to be stricter. The weekly payments at Bright House may seem cheap, but the total cost certainly isn't. Take a Beko washing machine. The product price is £358, but add in compulsory 5-star service, that includes delivery and installation of £55, and Service Plus, repair or replacement of your item, that costs £136. On top of that, interest rates of 69.9% a year, and payments spread over 3 years, you end up paying a grand total of £1,092. I wanted to speak to Bright House, but they declined to be interviewed. So did the Consumer Credit Trade Association and the Finance and Leasing Association, the industry bodies of which Bright House is a member. There are those who make the case that there's a gap in the market, and Perfect Home, Bright House and others provide an essential